Now, you may not like this video if you're a Dreamcon fan or RBTC, ABCD, EFG fandom, what you call it, what nowadays. Disclaimer.
The way that Kim is treating Sweetie is very unacceptable to me. I don't like it. Not only are you disrespecting Sweetie, you are disrespecting me, and she's a fool for sitting here letting you talk to her like that. Somebody need to step in. You call her.
Hello and good evening and welcome to the Daystar Voyage with the cosplay and hostess with the mostest, Miss Kyoko Cane, the retro queen herself of the Daystar Voyage. We're on this channel where we talk about pretty much family, children's media, entertainment, and also animation, anime, manga, etc. affecting our livelihood and the topics and problems within those issues. I had like such a mixed feelings and also been very angry and furious about how the way this community has become. And this is why I said this, because this is regarding towards a Comic-Con called Dreamcon.
Ew.
When I first heard about Dreamcon, aka basically what people are calling it nowadays, CloutCon, is the fact that people are just going there just to be able to just worship and also idolize their favorite YouTube content creators or influencers. Also, Comic-Con I went to previously like 2 years ago, downtown Houston, right about now, which I like to call pretty much aka rachetcon because the way things are going nowadays with this con. And
supposed to give, but it did not give what needed to be gave to the highest of giving, if that makes any sense.
This one has been going on my mind because I've been so furious and angry how this con has been organized, and something needs to be done about it because there's a recent video I did check up, and so before I have been pretty much basically like watched a lot of vlogs and also a really specific video down below. The way y'all go about certain things, how y'all promote this con and what y'all want to gain from it is very unacceptable. But yeah, I've been watching like numerous videos of how y'all pretty much act. It is absolutely not okay, and we need to do a lot better. And thank you so much for the insight too for everybody else, and also willing to just check on my Dreamcon review on Tumblr, which you can find on the bio too also. Thank you very much for viewing, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get down to the voyage and blast off.
Traitor.
Right about now, as you're seeing right now, this is the beach/editing seashore section. Right about now, you can just chill out onto the shore and unlock the topic with a key and come sip some tea with me. Day one was really nice at Dreamcon, aka rachetcon, because of the fact that they need to do a lot better how to make the bad emissions a lot more better. Heck, even I went to like Holiday Matsuri and MomoCon and had my badges mailed out beforehand. But I just feel like with Dreamcon, they didn't have that option because they want the attendees to just like fight for like their way to get into like the con for that matter. And it's absolutely just like not okay. And that's like, I feel like my unacceptable part was pretty much put onto beforehand on the segment. And as you can see right now, I hope you're enjoying the shore because this is like my editing shore section segment. But yes, I feel like the badge mission thing could have been a lot more better and much more handled, because how the heck you're going to have like your whole app that crashes 24/7 trying to find your own badge, but yet like has nothing to do with like trying to just like make sure everything is mailed off to accommodate the customers. And I feel like they kind of had like a missed opportunity just to like have like everybody else get in. And regardless of that, even if you didn't have your badge, they had like people just running in there just to be able to just like get in there for free, and that's quite unacceptable. And that's something that needs to be changed.
And we as a black community need to do a lot better, because Dreamcon is now turning into like rachetcon the way y'all go about it, or ScreamCon, because it gave me just nightmares, anxiety, and it gave me sleep paralysis the way it reminded myself, and how viscerally angry the way y'all go about it. And it's absolutely not okay. RDCC, ABCDEFG, that's what I call it. But I'm not a fan of his work. But however, for y'all out there who's been virtuing him, I commend y'all for a great con that's dedicated towards black creators and also cosplayers and influencers who are willing to just like thrive in their own space. And honestly, it's at this point, and getting an autograph from your favorite people, or just taking a picture of a certain celebrity such as RBDC, ABCDEFG, or just like sombreros. y'all days are going to be numbered because the way these attendees and also these customers and also numerous ones will go about like pretty much tending towards the celebrities or people with a higher number and just see right through people who are just like new or old to like the whole dang scenery, and y'all don't pretty much walk up to them just to like view their cosplays or their pretty much costume designs or just dress up in any type of way, especially sweatshorts and sweatpants, just be able to go there and see the celebrities and whatnot. And this feels very scummy towards me and very unappreciated and just really nasty the way y'all act towards people.
Unacceptable!
But however, as time went along and how time has passed by, I do feel like when I watched previous videos for my first time, and also attendees for that matter, old or new, like to be able to worship people who are with a higher number, just to be able to get like their clout or just like get their autograph and just see right through people who are willing to just like dress down for the cosplay scene or the anime convention, because it's like an anime themed convention. I forgot to put that out there too also. It's an anime themed convention and a gaming convention. And y'all see like these people on equal level the way y'all treat people on that matter, and it's absolutely not okay and it's abysmal. And why I say this because like from 2023, my first time, and it makes no freaking sense how the way like this con has been running, and also the staff and also the employees and also the volunteers just want to be very blindsided at certain things, knowing full well things should have been organized.
We could have had better organization. And also welcome to the Seashore section event of the editing room right here. Just want to let you know, I did feel like when customers finally got their badges around like waiting in line, etc., I did feel like the staff and also the organizers, even though they were like volunteers, some of them and some of them were not, didn't know how to give like proper professional like directions about when the con was going to be run thoroughly, and also pinpointing like certain people into like the wrong line of a certain event they were supposed to go to, even if they had like gold or platinum badges. And it was quite like unacceptable how people have been pretty much organized and quite oblivious towards what everything is going on without like misdirecting other customers and attendees.
The ghetto. The ghetto.
Now, I do like to say basically pretty much why I say is that Dreamcon is a lot more better on itself, and on the title down below is because of the fact that people go there, like I said, just to like see their favorite influences, whatnot. I feel like it's not going to end well the way they carry on with that. Now, I say this because I was first pretty much excellent before all this even happened. Day one, when I first went there, I had like really great humble beginnings of having like get to see like a lot of people either just dressed down or not dressed down. And I felt like the energy in that room of that place was really great, to the point where like people would just be able to drive on their own and to be able to take like a nice photo shoot, get to know people, and get to actually see like the opening ceremony for that matter each year they hold. And it's just been absolutely just like elated and just gorgeous just to be able to be in that environment.
Yes, I would feel like Dreamcon has been doing a lot more better with its cosplay scene for that, and I just like am very thankful for it all. But however, as time goes by and also how things look when after I started like watching like the videos and also vlogs about many Dreamcon goers, I feel like as time goes by, people are straying away from like basically like what makes anime and also anything animation and pop culture like really beautiful and really uplifting. And I feel like when you look at all the vlogs for that matter, they're just straying away from just partying. That's about it, what Dreamcon's all about. Much more like abhorrent and obscene, disappearing as time goes by, when Dreamcon is pretty much straying away from like, everything that's like nerdy or cartoonish or just like anime-ish. And I just feel like we need to do a lot better at making things like a little bit much more campy and cringy and just like being our authentic selves, because now people are just like doing the most for like a little bit of like fame or clout and letting it get to like their heads. And I did talk about that's much more insight that's going on a lot more. And right about now, from this video right here, you'll see what I'm talking about too, because people are straying away from those many aspects of what makes like Comic-Con special. And we need to do a lot better, having much more of a better aesthetic at Dreamcon too, because blues are not like this, are so tiresome.
Fuck the basketball, fuck the anime. I want to see some bad bitches, bro. Where the bad hoes at, bro? Really, bro? I haven't seen any, bro. Where they at?
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
But I do see, however, with like the artist alley for that matter, the artist alley has a lot more to work on because of the way like it's been organized, and it's been like half empty because of the loud music and also the attendees not being able to just like actually get to see like a lot of the great customers for that matter. And it's just like, from my point of view, my statement of opinion, I did feel like I've seen a lot of these vendors from previously from other cons that I went to, such as San Diego Comic-Con, Hall Mat, and Incredible Con in Charleston, and also basically MomoCon for that matter. And it's just been like so freaking underwhelming how this whole con artist alley was pretty much just like bare bones for that matter. And it's absolutely been like not okay because there's so many great talent that's pretty much been like, I feel like ignored in that matter in a sense, because we need to do a lot better to support these artists and also vendors for that matter, and also these attendees who are willing to just dress down in the cosplays. But we're gonna get to that in a minute because I've been dressed down too also, and let me tell you now, first impressions are everything.
Now in this segment, this is one segment that pretty much got me a little bit kind of like disappointed in the con in general. I did feel like during like the incident that happened like last year with like the whole Usopp incident of making fun of other cosplayers in the event as a whole, just like you saw previously in this video, I did feel like cosplayers now actually wanting to pick and choose who they want to be around with or what they truly know, meaning like watch like a certain mainstream anime or what's trending and what's not and call it fashion and just to be into like the know without even accommodating towards the different demographics of like anime in general, because it's more to like anime more than just like shonen, because we have like shoujo, josei, and also seinen, which is geared towards different demographics of each gender. And I feel like Dreamcon itself and also the attendees itself don't even know about certain aspects of certain characters that dwell towards those certain demographics, and it's absolutely just like unacceptable. Now, as for a cosplayer of myself too, and also a junkie of everything animation, I do feel like people are straying away from like the different demographics of what makes like cosplay special, because people just want to like pick and choose what they know or who they want to take pictures with, or just like come to the con just to meet their favorite celebrity and just to like dip on out without actually like giving accommodations and also the flowers and crowns towards the people that paved the way in the Comic-Con scene. And it's truly just like unacceptable how we're pretty much straying away from like the objective and the purpose of what makes like these events really great and happy. Because you see so many like Comic-Con such as MomoCon, Hallmat, Holiday Matsuri, DragonCon, that pretty much paved the way towards like people who want to be able to enjoy themselves and just like not actually be picking and choosing who they want and not have like, a high school vibe of it all.
And the way that y'all ignore these cosplayers for that matter, it just shows that how y'all pretty much want to gain so much like clout and also pay attention to like the most popular characters from your favorite series and franchises, aka shonen, which there are much more better demographics and also genres such as shoujo and josei and also seinen, which is for girls, women, and men in that order. And I just feel like people need to do a lot more better just to know about anime, because we're so straying away from like basically knowing like what anime is nowadays. But that's for another topic video. Day 2, it was really good for me because I dressed down like my beautiful gown that I handmade myself too, Miss Jubilee from X-Men's Hellfire Gala.
And now we're on to the next segment, which is basically the cosplay incident and also how pretty much people want to pick and choose who they want to follow because of like the character that they dress as, or also shonen characters getting much more notoriety and also exposure compared to like indie or niche title characters and also cosplayers that are just starting out. And I feel like that's also something to do with like a lot more businesses and people who are first time going to like Dreamcon too also. And I feel like it's kind of lackluster how people want to just like have fun and just be able to just be seen and do what they love. However, people are, and also attendees, old or new, just want to brush them to the side just for like clout, or just like do like the wrong thing just to be able to put other people down. Just because they don't follow a popular crowd or have a higher number than other people, which people are judging people for who they are just for a number and not for who they are. It's kind of like I said, giving off a little bit of a high school superficial like way of just like trying to actually get to know people. And it's just like been like kind of underwhelming and disappointing how people nowadays are just like being like this nowadays. And this video right here, I'm going to talk about one example too also, because I've been in the same position.
Take the fit, Birdie. All right, who are you? Like, who you dressed up as? All right, word. Looks good though. I'll fuck with it. Nigga saying I'm fucked up for that. Did I say anything mean to him? Nigga, I was nice. I said I fuck with his shit.
And I was in the same position during like my time in 2023 about like pretty much my cosplay, and also my character did not match my skin tone for that matter. And it's absolutely just like unacceptable and nasty. And deeply upset because I looked up to another cosplayer on top of that who pretty much is absolutely dismissive like some damn high school snob, who I look up to and just being brushed off during like the cosplay contest afterwards. It's pretty much basically unacceptable how people want to pick and choose who they want in their circle of how they look and who they are and what they watch nowadays. And it's not okay. I can't even say this enough, because I'm getting like pretty much emotional and lost for words how pretty much this community has changed throughout, and it's unacceptable. As you can see, I'm still pretty much like the HBIC still. Look at me with my mug and everything else. And also my next cosplay, which I did like Beyonce, Tina Turner. And I just feel like I haven't had like enough like people walk up to me or say hi or anything else or take pictures with me at all. And it's just become like people have become much more shallow as time goes by in Dreamcon, and they need to do a lot more like better how to pretty much treat other attendees, old or new. And I'm so upset at this because when I catch that other person,
listen to me. The next time I hear my name, you'll know it could be a problem. It could be a problem. Dog.
I went to the cosplay contest. It was really great to get your name out there, just like be able to do what you love and also tend to the cosplayers and meet new friends. However, this certain topic that becomes unchecked at Dreamcon is the way y'all talk to people any type of way, be it from just as your skin tone or as a certain cosplayer or character for that matter. And I've been made fun of my cosplay for that matter at that very moment because I didn't dress as the X-Men character that I did. Because Jubilee was South Asian and I was pretty much black. I wanted to go upside that cameraman's head so badly, but I just had to cool myself down. But I do know farewell. The next time someone does it, it's gonna be on. I don't mean to be that way, but it's just been like I work, like other people who are cosplayers like me, work hardest to be able to get their stuff out there and just be who they are, truly. And do it for the fun, or just as a business, or just being willing to carry on with themselves. And remind me if I pay attention to like watching something else, I just want to get my thoughts out. And this was just day 2 for that matter. Day 1 was really great. However, I still didn't get the same love like I did with other popular cosplayers and also characters, or either people went to see their celebrities because I did Beyonce at the time. And it's just been like people really see right through you if you don't have like a certain amount or not. And we need to do a lot better with that too also, because the way people want to be favorites and pick and choose who they want, it just gave off high school vibes. Just like going up in the cosplay scene and also being better as a content creator. And it's absolutely not okay how people will just bash you for who they are. Like I said previously in that other video, and it's just been ridiculous the way y'all go about this, and it's absolutely not okay. Now, I do feel like with certain cosplayers in this type of Comic-Con, I do feel like they don't actually pay attention to like the other cosplayers for that matter, because of the way like they went, like I said, pay attention to like some of the most popular characters and also from the favorite series such as like every other shonen genre that I've seen before 24/7 throughout. It gets pretty much really monotonous and just like repetitive. And also, it's just like, I know I dressed down for that matter, and I started so many looks throughout, such as I did like Beyonce and Jubilee. I do feel like nowadays it's been my underwhelming experience because it was like as if people want to be able to just like be known by their favorite celebrity and also be able to just like get on, get their autograph, and take a picture, and that's get out. And which should be much more classier, much more mild manner about things like that. Because the way I see these videos and these blogs about certain people, and also not taking pictures with like, the cosplayers, not pretty much rooting them on or cheering them on, is very unacceptable. Dreamcon nowadays feels like everybody's just like on that high school vibe. Like in today's world, people want to be really shallow and superficial and just like judgmental to other people who they are.
Do you see how that's incredibly offensive?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it.
And also, it's just been like come to the point where like people are just like ignoring like the many basics of like pretty much how people want to pick and choose once they get like celebrity status for that matter. Y'all want to be really bougie and nasty and think that y'all are better than other people. And it's just been absolutely just like ridiculous. Even though if you like come across as really, if you want to be like very sincerely or just like genuinely interested in a person or how like who they truly are and who they want to be. And we're not time for that. There's too much time in the world to be able to just like be very nasty and just ugly and think that they're like peons looking down on other people for that matter. And Lord knows I've been around my part of just like trying to admire other cosplayers who think that they're above it all because of the higher number. Now, I would say this to another topic, the organization. The organization, I'm gonna tell you now, there was an organization, and let me tell you this now. First impressions are everything, just like I said previously. The way these people have been so oblivious and so dang obscure about certain things is very unacceptable. And it really comes across as really scammy and scummy. Like I said what I said anyway. And I just feel like they need to do a lot better with that because it's been like pretty much just numerous times that people have talked about this. Even a small loud minority even.
Now, for this segment, I really do want to talk about the many safety hazards, or try to at least for that matter, because as a person who is worked in like customer service throughout, I really did feel like during those crowds and lines of people, there was no organization at all when it came down to this, like if a safety hazard broke out, or at least like a fire or started out, or if something had collapsed, or during an earthquake at the time came, there would have been no like regulations to try to get everybody out of safety, because we want to go to a place where like we need to feel safe, and also community is foremost and utmost very necessary for a good accommodation to as such, and also the first priority, top priority as such. And honestly, I'm no nervous for words, but here are some mini notes that I did catch towards pretty much Ella passed. And it just feels like Dreamcon is trying to make itself like the most coolest con ever. Like basically like a San Diego Comic-Con in Texas without like the nerd and blurred and anime and also gaming aesthetic. And it's trading away those core values just to make itself much more superficial as time goes along. Like making it like a cool con and also like a party con to a certain extent. And it's like trading away as many like good aspects of what makes like a Comic-Con great. And it's pretty much just like really nasty and really scummy and scammy how like everything is just like becomes so overpriced, from like the food, from the food trucks to basically like the inside purchases, and also like the art vendors being like much more like underwhelming, knowing full well, like I said before, seeing a lot of that stuff during like numerous Comic-Cons, and also the many incidents, and also the hygiene of it all too, as seen from this video. And also, it's just like becomes so apparent that like Dreamcon is trying to like, make itself like San Diego Comic-Con for like only black people, and we need to have like type priority regulations and also rules on how to make like a Comic-Con much more like sufficient and not like reinvent the real. And doing the most to like be able to just like accommodate and also make sure to distribute tickets, and also make people have like fast buying tickets just to be able to just like be the first ones to be at the con, and also doing the most just to like either just like get much more attendees or get much more of a bigger crowd, to the point where like everything's going to be like overstuffed and overflated, to the point where now people are going to be acting out just to get like a ticket, or doing something that's going to be like the worst outcome, or something really bad is going to happen towards like other people who are just like old or new, or someone get like lost, or going to like something that's inappropriate, just like in the picture below, because to the point where like someone's doing something like laying excrement on the dang chairs, that could cause an infection, and that could be able to shut out a con.
Let's go.
And I'm just like at this point where like people need to do a lot better, especially with like how I swear this con needs to do better, because the way these toxic fans and these RBDC, ABCD, EFG, Supremo bros are being like this, which I did not come for like a high school reunion for that matter. I come here just to have some fucking fun. Excuse me for my language, but I just want to be able to just be who I am and be very cringe. And speaking of being cringe and also camp and whatnot, I do feel like with the after parties, people should have had to pay like 40 extra bucks to be able to just get into like an after party. And Dreamcon really did take like the whole like aesthetic of what a weeb, a blurred, and also an anime fan should be like nowadays, and it's actually just unacceptable. And it's just been like, at this point, like people need to be more considerate of other people's time. Just actually get to know people for who they are, and just be able to just like gravitate to what they've been through and how they are as a person nowadays. And it's just unacceptable how people just want to just get out there, get their dip, and just dress up in a sweatshirt and sweatpants, or slippers and sandals and socks. And I'm just like, do y'all look like y'all not homebreds, or at least they know how to dress for a certain function like this? It's just giving off. Yes, it's giving off that too, and it needs to be straightened up. Because let me tell you something, the way y'all go about certain things with like not dressing as a certain character is very unacceptable, and we need to do a lot better with that. There's no time for that. If I were to dress up as socks and sandals, I could stay behind at home, honestly.
And in this video, this is the prime example of how pretty much the tomfoolery and tomfoolery in this con has gone to the point where like nobody's knowing like proper etiquette, how to do things, and how anime is just becoming a trend nowadays, and then I'm pushing it aside for like just partying just like this. See? It's just tomfoolery and just wilding, and I'm not with that scene, and I know most people are not too also.
But I do hope everyone out there just get to what I'm saying. We can discuss it, comment down below, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Just want to let you know for the other cosplayers out there at Dreamcon, I support y'all. And the Daystar Voyage with Kyoko Cane, the retro space hostess with the mostest, signing out. Peace out.
That we refuse to take accountability for the things that we see going on in our communities. And sure, we can acknowledge that structural racism and the history of slavery in this country and discrimination and Jim Crow and black codes and all of that has played a part in the conditions and some of the conditions that we see in black communities. But we also have to be responsible for the ways in which black Americans create their own conditions and contribute to the degenerative effects that we see going on in our communities. Black Americans who don't want to hear that, immediately run to innocence. They rush to innocence. They claim that it's respectability politics to call out these issues in our community. They claim that it's policing Black bodies to call out the low morality and the moral decay in our community. Call it whatever you want. You're not going to get me to shut up about it. I'm Black. This is my culture too. I have a right to talk about and critique what is happening in my culture and have something to say about it. That's all.